communities currently are thinking about how do they sort of build and monetize applications. So those are things that you would give and sell to end users. But we're also focusing on components. So this would mean that you can build, let's say, a user experience DLL. You can put it up into our system. Other developers can download that, and when they incorporate that into the application, the developer who wrote the component can get paid as part of the revenue share model. So we think that's really cool. Yeah. And of course, we're super happy to have support from the OEM community in the form of Acer, Suze, and Mel.
For the stores. For
the stores, correct. The name of the program for components is called D2D, or Developer to Developer. And we think that that's really going to help differentiate what we're doing.
Okay. So you want to talk a little bit about the community and how the program's working?
Yeah, so we have this great community.
And how you get paid.
That's right. Getting paid is very important. As it turns out, people want it. Like, Susie needs her braces, you need a car, you want to go on vacation.
That's right.
So we have this thing called the ISN, or Intel Software Network. It's a great community. We've got a ton of developers there. We have this really cool belt program modeled after jiu-jitsu. And the belt program is based on sort of people's participation.
Reputation.
Right,
yeah.
Reputation within the community, or reputation points.
For technical contributions.
Right, for technical contributions, and also things like blog posting, comments, support.
Supporting the community.
Yep. And what we're going to do is we're going to carry that great model over into IADP.
The Atom Developer Program.
Yep, in the Intel Atom Developer Program.
Okay, and what happens if as you get reputation and points in the Atom Developer Program?
So that's a really good question. One of the things we're thinking about is this idea that we're going to be doing validation of all components and applications that are put into the program. And we're thinking, wouldn't it be cool if we could use reputation as one of the ways you could essentially cut line? So if you've got 5 applications, 10,000 5-star ratings, and you're a black belt, you probably don't deserve necessarily as much focus from a validation perspective as someone no one has ever heard of.
Right.
So we think that's a neat way to reward leadership and participation.
Okay.
And so black belts, we have a black belt backstage. His name's Gaston Hilar.
Okay.
He's written one of our first applications, and I'd like to invite him out.
Okay, Gaston.
Hello.
Oh, black belt in a black shirt. Welcome. People here probably actually know Gaston.
Yes.
One of our
Absolutely.
major contributors in our forum.
Tell us about what we're doing.
I have YouTube. He's 5 years old, Nicholas, and he uses my network.
What are you, nuts? You let him use your computer?
No, let me explain. I developed an application, and I already uploaded it. The application replaces the desktop for both operating systems, Windows and mobile. So you can use pictures and with animations and many nice effects to choose the task you want to do with your netbook, and then it displays extra large icons to show you the applications you can launch for each task. I could do it because I could use the power offered by Intel Atom processor. I've used hyper-threading and streaming instructions. Here, we have 2 netbooks. This is an Asus netbook. It's using Windows XP. This is another Asus netbook. It's using mobile. I'm going to launch the same application, and I mean the same binary file on both netbooks at the same time, right now.
Cool. The compatibility of Intel architecture.
That's right.
Hard at work.
So, here it is, the application, the playground. It's replacing the desktop on both operating systems, so you can use a common user interface, and it also runs on mobile internet devices. So this is very important. Developers can make money with this program. Developers can make money targeting Intel Atom. So there is an interesting message. You can make small changes to your existing code, and you can target netbooks, a really growing market, as you're going to see.
Cool. Thank you very much, Gaston.
Thank you, Gaston.
Thank you.
So now tell us how you finish the story.
So Gaston actually said it really well. You write your code your way. Take existing code. You can tweak it. You can put it into the Intel Atom Developer Program.
List it to sell components to
List it to sell
developers.
components.
List it to sell the app.
The component thing is so cool. Sorry. It's a great market opportunity. We think netbooks are phenomenal. We also think that clearly moving forward, there's other great opportunities. We built the system based on partners in the ecosystem, not just on a one-to-one relationship, a relationship between the ISV community and Intel. And we're going to be very straightforward and transparent about things like app validation. We've listened to the developer community. We understand that app validation is super important, and that people want to understand what criteria they'll need to follow to get their applications into the system.
Okay, and once they're in the system, you can list for components or you can list for full applications.
Correct.